Hey out there, fellow littles, and maybe even middles or bigs or even vanillas. I don't know who's watching this. Maybe no one. I don't know. Um, so today, I wanted to do something that I have never personally seen before on YouTube. Maybe somebody has done this and I just haven't found it somehow. I don't know how, because I've searched YouTube for ABDL content for quite a long time now. Um, so I'm going to do a book review of and I actually have several ABDL books. And funny story, I was kind of debating on which book I was going to do first because I knew I wanted to do this because it was something I'd never seen before. And the 3 out of the 4 books that I have that I've read were all really good. And, so I was like, man, which one do I do first? And then I got a notification on my phone, a Twitter notification, that Rosalie Bent started following me. So I shot her a message and I said, "Is this the Rosalie Bent?" I was like, "'Cause if it is, I'm planning on reviewing one of your books on my YouTube channel here soon." And she was like, "Yeah, that's who I am." And so I was like, "Well, I guess I just decided which book I'm doing first." So, without further ado, that's the green tea again. The book we are going to talk about today is Adult Baby Psychology and Practices by Rosalie and Michael Bent. This is an amazing book. It's probably I would recommend it to anyone, but it's definitely going to appeal more to the more intellectually interested people that really and introspective people that really want to get to know this side of themselves and understand it. And there is much more to this book than that. So they definitely, discuss, the actual psychology of it, what we, I guess, as the community really know from what research has been done. And anybody that's attended CapCon and gone to any of the classes about this knows there's actually been quite a bit. I don't know if it's as all-encompassing as it should be, but there is a lot about the psychology, and there's some graphics that kind of show you, here's these different aspects and here's where these different aspects overlap. And as you read through it, you're able to kind of look at what they're saying and say, yeah, that applies to me, that speaks to me, that's and you can really kind of evaluate yourself and get a clearer picture of where you stand and kind of give your little time and your little space a more definitive direction. Also, they discuss in depth, the difference between basically like superficial, I, that's, I guess they call it the different levels of regression, like, not just like little age, regression, like how far back you regress, but how deeply you psychologically regress. And, you know, they discuss, those different levels, and kind of the psychology around it, and, the things that you, should and could be aware of that could enhance your experience, and take it to the level that you really need to be at to really gain from it what you want. Also, they discuss the psychological need, if it is, if it really is like a psychological need, and but they talk about how trying to repress it can actually, cause the tendencies, the infantile tendencies, to bubble up in your day-to-day life in very negative ways, which I can attest to. The times in my life where I kind of just set this aside and didn't engage with my little side at all, I could definitely start to feel those pressures building, and like behaviors that children often display that are inappropriate, because they are children and they're not fully socialized. Boundaries, language, limitations. These things where kids naturally goof up because they're children. I definitely have had a tendency in the past to, display those behaviors at times when I was really trying to repress this side of me. So, this is a very, very good book, as far as definitely being able to relax into the psychology of what is going on in the mind of an adult baby. There's also sections about objects. And they break down, just the different levels of the types of objects that, adult babies engage or use in their little space, or, which obviously a lot of us wear diapers. Some people have baby toys. Some people wear baby bonnets. And they go through. If they're like, if they're an initiation or a trigger, or if there's just something that helps you maintain that little space, or that mentality. And then they go through and talk about some of the different specific things, like baby bonnets and diapers and clothing, shoes and booties. I'm flipping through the book here, reading the main sections. Baby cribs, pacifiers. They even get into bras and lingerie and talk about that, dolls and toys. And some of this stuff is really, really in depth. Then they get into some of the problems of the adult baby life, like binge and purge. I pretty much guarantee everybody's been through that one. Non-speaking, pants wetting, deliberate bedwetting, childish behaviors, which is one of the things I was discussing. Boundary issues, one of the other things I was discussing. But yeah, I mean, this is, I would say, required reading. If you've not read this book, if you've not heard of this book, I found it on Amazon by accident. But if you're still struggling in any way, with self-acceptance, or you know, um, you know, negative self-image, self-esteem, or you're not finding fulfillment, and you're not sure how to, you're not sure what you're still looking for or what you're still needing, definitely get this book. And so, Rosalie, if you see this video, thank you to you and Michael for writing this book. It just an absolutely amazing resource, and I was completely blown away reading this. And I've, like I said in my introduction, I've pretty much always known this about myself. I've tried to fight it and repress it at times and throughout my life, but I've been, wearing diapers since I was 22. I'm now 40, so that's 18 years. And yes, I've been through my binge and purge cycles and all of that stuff. Tried to engage with the community at different times in different ways, and tried to learn as much as I could about the psychology of it. And still, still there was so much to learn from this book. So yeah, get on Amazon, find it, buy it. It is absolutely a definitive piece that should be in the home of every adult baby. So thank you for your time. Like I said, if little, middle, big, vanilla, doesn't matter why you're watching this video. Thanks for watching. Stay diapered.